There's something I need you to know. I need you to know that our children, they're not children. Our children, they're barely human. In the eyes of the law, a group of black children is like a group of hyenas or dogs. Here we sit. We watch Sergeant Greg LaCerra and Christopher Krickovich take a young black boy's face and smash it into the ground. Look at his face. Look at it. You know, something people don't talk about when discussing this story is that young man, he saw another black child being brutalized by the police, and he tried to intervene. He didn't touch anybody. He didn't touch anybody. But he did what he could with his mouth to petition for the safety of another black boy. And the police officer's response was to pepper spray him in the face, despite the fact that they were several feet apart, as the footage will show. Slam him to the ground, punch him in the head, and repeatedly bash his face into the cement. I tell you again, look at his face. Just look at it. Now, when people try to excuse this behavior, they will say that the kids were all there to watch a fight, as some kids will do. They will say that the officers, although none of the kids was being violent at the time, felt threatened by the sheer amount of black bodies around them. But it's interesting to me because how threatened could they have felt when they completely and totally ignored the crowd of children to beat up on one individual child? And as we see, those aggressive, threatening black children that caused the police to feel that they needed to use that level of force weren't aggressive enough to stampede those police officers, although they outnumbered them, to protect their own. So it would seem that those children were actually very, very passive, and that level of force was never needed. This little boy is only 15. He was at a Fort Lauderdale McDonald's with a group of kids. They say 200 kids. I just don't know if it really was. Who's going to count? But this is the argument. This is what they're spinning to make it all make sense. The video shows the child simply speaking to the officer and then being pepper sprayed and brutalized. And the officers in question, and let's be clear, not both of them, not the sergeant, but just the deputy, was placed on restricted duty, meaning he's still working. He's just being restricted. Oh, and his union is claiming self-defense. They're trying to say that the child wasn't seriously hurt. I don't know. Did he have to break a nose, break a neck, break an arm? When does it become serious? That's what I want to know.